My name is Kelly Potter. I'm 51 years old and I came here in July of 2013 to have Dr. Bertagnolli do my surgery. My mom is here with me, Linda, and she's been here with me the whole time during the trip, and it's been a really good trip. I started out about 12 years ago with neck pain. I had never really experienced neck or back pain before that. And I was in a small auto accident, which really caused quite a bit of neck pain. I didn't get my neck evaluated because I just kind of passed it off and got chiropractic work for about a year and a half. And the pain after that would kind of stabilize and then come and go, the pain in my neck. And then about a year and a half ago, in February 2012, I was hiking, and it was winter time, and I slipped and fell on the ice and landed really, really hard on my elbow, and it jarred my neck and back. And from that point forward, my neck got much, much worse, and to the point where I finally decided it was time to actually go get it evaluated. So I went to a neurosurgeon in Bend, Oregon, who was very, very good, and he did a full workup and said that I had, in the area of C4 through C7, I had stenosis, which is basically the narrowing of the spinal canal, and then a little bit of myelopathy. And then I also had some bulging discs, and I believe it was C6, C7 was herniated. And that particular area, that lowest one, had kind of left a big lump on the back of my neck. So the neck would swell and come and go, but the neurosurgeon said essentially over the years I had probably continued to damage it, and then that one incident was sort of like the frosting on the cake. So the pain never went away and just worsened over that year and a half period. About 2 months ago, the pain started getting very, very bad, and about 6 months ago my lower back started bothering me quite a bit, and each month it got worse. I did get that evaluated in June 2013, and it did show a problem, I believe, a bulging disc at L5S1. Does that sound right, Tim? L5S1, yes, because I had sciatic pain going down the left side. So I had a lot of numbness in both of my arms for about a year and a half. I wasn't able to lift anything over my head. Even when I washed my hair, it felt like all of the blood was draining out of my arms, and I had no strength in them, and I had a hard time making a fist. Occasionally my left leg I'd be walking and it would start dragging a little bit behind. Not as if I had full paralysis in my left leg, but certainly as if I didn't have full control of my leg, and that I was not confident that it would hold my full weight at all times. I had a lot of odd pains also. It felt my pinky on my left hand was always hurting, as was my index finger. It felt like I had an IV at all times in the top of my hand, and then down my leg in the top of my foot area, it also felt like I had an IV in my foot in terms of just needle pain all the time. And so then I came to Dr. Bertagnolli. I was very, very lucky to be accepted because my neurosurgeon said the FDA won't approve the surgery in the States, so you're going to need to head overseas to the best in the world, who is Dr. Rudolph Bertagnolli. I contacted the U.S. liaison, Tim Vickner, and he helped me tremendously work through that process. It took a very little amount of time. I turned in all of my materials as they needed on the website, and within a week I had it to go. And so July 16th, 3 weeks after that, I was in Germany having surgery. So I was extremely glad, because that last month I could literally feel things getting exponentially worse by the day. When I arrived in Germany, the plane ride itself, I didn't think that it had done as much damage as it did, but once I got here, I believe everything had swelled, because all of a sudden my left side went into kind of a paralysis form and I couldn't walk at all, and the pain was a level 10 out of 10. It was really, really bad, so it was a horrible couple of days. The ProSpine team and Tim really jumped into action, and I had an emergency MRI to rule out whether or not I had herniated the lower back problem. Turned out all of it was coming from the neck. I went into surgery, I went into the hospital the day before surgery, and there was a very thorough set of tests and meetings with doctors and getting neck braces fitted and a lot of the details that they needed to do before the surgery. My significant other, he was able to stay in the room with me. It's a really good sized room. We were very comfortable, had our own bathroom, and he stayed in the hospital with me the whole time. I was in the hospital a total of 5 days, and the nurses and staff couldn't have been nicer. I truly felt completely confident in the team. I had done quite a bit of research online and talked to past patients of Dr. Bertagnolli's, one of whom lived really close to me, walking distance from my house, and she and I are now good friends. So I had a lot of input and nothing but positive input, so I had complete faith in the team. I got to meet Dr. Bertagnolli before the surgery, and again, he did nothing but instill the confidence that I felt. And when I woke up out of surgery, it was very emotional for me because right before the surgery, I had gone into yet another pain phase where I had a migraine from the pain going up the back of my neck, and I was throwing up literally minutes before they took me to go to surgery. It was a horrible day until I had the surgery.
But now?
Yeah, I woke up in intensive care because you spend, just as a matter of caution, the first night in intensive care. And both my significant other and my mom were there when I woke up. And the very first words out of my mouth were, "I have no more headache." And so that was a big deal because I have lived with a constant headache for months and months and months. And it's migraine level headache. It's horrible. So I feel like I have my life back. I'm a very active person. I live in Bend, Oregon with every outdoor activity you can imagine. And I had my world narrowed based on my doctor's recommendation and just my own physical limitations to no activity and no working out, which to me that's my lifeblood. So I really feel like they saved my life. I'm grateful beyond words. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would say if you've got a problem, I would say there is nobody better that can handle it.